4th place after this turn. Starter. 12 coins. Or you could be evil and add Bowser Spin. Thank you.
Still on turntables. Let's deactivate this real quick. Activate it again. There we go. Okay. No one up for you. Slow clap though. For making it a game. 2, 2, 2, and 2. But the onslaught is coming. There's 136 coins out there to one person, and 2 golden pipes to another person. And Bernard has all of his items maxed out as well. So this is still anybody's game.
He's got items for sure.
Oh, he's got enough money now. He's got 22.
What doesn't the game give you?
4 stars.
They put one right in front of you.
I would. Yeah, but see, if you do the store thing, you might end up right there, and you'd be like one fucking. You might. I don't know. It's a chance. I would risk it. Because you can end up at that store over there, and still, you'll be able to get a golden pipe. Or you can be the other one, and you're right there to get the star.
Well, he couldn't get a golden pipe, he'd be 3 short.
Is he? Oh, yeah. It's a risk.
It's a risk.
The risk. I mean, you're just gonna go around. I wouldn't get shit. Because you can't get the golden pipe. I would hold off.
Too late.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Hell yeah. You might get it. That's up to you. You can risk it and try to get 15. Oh, you already got 25. Stop.
Yeah. Might as well keep going.
What?
12 plus 15, you're at
How many
27.
coins for it?
For the golden thing, it's 25. But you need more than what you have. So it's up to you really. What happens if you get like 15?
Wait, how much does it cost me?
It's not costing you anything. It's free. Now you lost everything.
That was a matter of fact way to put it. And now you lost everything.
It's fine. I mean, it's whatever.
One!
As tempting as stealing a star is, I think I'd rather just buy 2.
There you go. Sheesh.
I ain't gonna do it 3 times in a row.
Oh, but hey, all you needed was 1.
Heck yeah.
Okay. 2 stars. So that's 4 to 2 to 2 to 2.
Why does it keep going right in front of you?
Guess because they want to keep it competitive. They're like, oh no, he bought 2 golden pipes. We're gonna have to.
Fire. Go, go.
Oh, Goombaki.
There you go.
Just for me.
It's only him and Anthony that fast forward through that.
Fast forward through everything.
Yep.
I mean, that does save time.
Yeah, you took it.
Wow, she's gonna get like
Wrong way.
100.
Couldn't get the star going.
Is she gonna take Luigi? Is the question.
Oh, well, he's gone next turn.
But hey, maybe she, on the way, her landing spot gives her more coins. Golden pipe, okay. 3 golden pipes out there. Bernard, it's your turn. She did not take
15.
Luigi with her.
Yeah, you got the most coins.
Yeah, if there's a rich bonus, she's got it.
Minigame.
Minigame, I feel is a toss up. I hate that. I'd rather
Even though I'm not playing, I still don't want to
I'd
see
rather
Prime
do
Cut.
the prime cut.
I still don't want to see it. Of course, because I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see that.
Right? Friends, not food.
That's right.
Only because it's a digital thing.
I'm pretty good at this one. I like that one.
The computer always wants to fuck me on it.
Oh, is that an annotation? I believe it is. Computer always wants to fuck. Yep, that's what she said. She literally just said that.
These ones practice don't even tell you how you do. Because it but it doesn't go through the...
This looks so good. Good thing I got a steak earlier.
That's too beneath me to do one for that one. See, this is the easiest one right here. But for some reason, people like to tilt to the side, and I'm like, no, if you just do it down the middle.
One more little. Right there.
Yeah, I usually just go straight up and down.
Yeah, that always weirds me out when people want to do it that way. It's like, yeah, you can turn a square into 2 right angle triangles, or you can just cut it on the middle and make 2 more squares. Ooh,
Okay.
look at that! Wow!
We won because we had 3.
Oh gosh.
We're trying to have him lose, babe.
Sorry.
He's trying to win too, bro. Come on.
Look at all our money. You can't even see it.
Hey, with 4 more turns, it's possible she can get 200 coins, but she's gonna spend some of that to win.
Bye-bye, bro.
So at least 1 more buddy left. Hopefully not Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr., we don't want you. So he's.
Why not?
It's the worst mini games ever.
What are you
I
talking
love
about?
this
He's already
game.
the best.
No, he
You get to punch
sucks.
each other?
Yeah, well, I mean that part's fun, but other than that, Junior's Jauntlet. That sounds like a lockjaw blowjob.
Not to mention he's got the best ability for a companion.
Yeah, I like that.
No, fuck that guy. If you were Bowser Jr., like, comment, subscribe.
More of the game aiding you.
Hey, he said I'm in it to win it. He's going for 4.
Yeah, it's gonna put it 2 spaces in front of him again.
He wants as many championships as the Cowboys.
5.
Oh, well,
They have 5.
okay. It's hard to remember because they're all on VHS.
DVD, buddy. They're on DVD.
Yeah, if you go to Walmart and like get the upgrade, they put them on there.
No.
Okay,
Trash.
it is, but you know, you've got 2 other good items,
Yeah.
and you somehow got Bernard to land on the other one. So the sooner you get rid of it, the better, I guess.
We'd have to come from the other side.
Oh man, this is
Don't
still
worry,
a close.
it's not gonna be there long. Anybody uses his golden pipe.
Because honestly, I thought, hey, 4 stars is enough to win, and it's not.
Duel somebody. You can duel me if you want.
You've got 3 turns left. You need to use some of these things.
They all got money. They all got
Mr. Random here.
money. Yeah, I mean, we all do have 15 coins. That is so.
Oh, okay. Game changer.
Yeah.
Dual minigame.
Everything.
I mean, the max you can do is 15.
Yeah.
So
Go to 15.
he might pay for that.
I might. I just might.
We'll see how it plays out.
I don't know, you could get the bowling one. That one's pretty random.
Ann says cowgirls suck.
Well, Ann is correct.
America's team, baby. Merc.
I thought the Patriots were America's team. You know,
No, dude. No.
you know the Patriots, like
No.
American Patriots.
No.
The MAGA Patriots.
No. Our colors are blue and blue and silver and a little bit of.
There's some red in there. They wear red jerseys too. I'm saying that as a fan. We
We
can't.
ain't got Tom on our team anymore.
I mean, the owner is still.
This is random.
The owner is still. You know.
This is so random.
Well, he's a billionaire, but
Yeah.
he's not in Trump's level apparently. They were all shit talking him on the Epstein files. They're like, hey, this bum had to go to some place in Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah. Let's not talk Patriots. I'm having a good time.
Why? What do you mean? It was all house money.
That Super Bowl was house money.
Yeah,
Gave it away.
it's alright. One more.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Jeez, nothing fell. Okay.
8 pins to 3. Okay.
That's That's the second time. Okay.
So who won that one, Bernard?
Yeah, so far.
Looks like we're waiting on Wario.
That's cool. I'm practicing.
But they changed the hump.
I will not read that comment over air. That is a filthy comment.
Who said something filthy?
And
Start.
all right, let's see who paid attention in geometry. But even so, it still feels like luck.
Yeah.
Because not all those sand piles are equal either.
Kind of looks like Bernard's like a sniper with this shit.
He was. I think he get. Oh, he did it! He got a strike. And Javi, meanwhile, only got one pin. Did you throw that?
No.
Just say you threw it.
No.
So you got 30 coins now.
I don't think I've ever seen a strike, actually.
Bernard in the clutch. Wow.
Pulling it out for the 15 coins.
Cardi B put a curse on Diggs. Maybe.
Well,
I think he
that's
put
why
a curse
fixed
on
it.
himself. People were mad at me. Somebody called me an Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, I put a comment and I was trying to go viral, so I spammed it on all the sports pages. In my comment, I was trying to be funny, but sarcasm doesn't translate well through text.
So you still have to.
This is what I said. I said, feel bad for Diggs. He lost 3 paternity suits, the WAP,
7
the Super Bowl, and now his
Yeah,
job.
there you go. 6.
I thought that was funny,
6.
but people came in caping for him. Oh, you feel bad for a millionaire? Like millionaires don't have bad luck? I'm like, yeah, just because you got $1 million, yeah, you're better off financially
Yeah.
than some people. But I don't think being a millionaire makes you inherently an evil person or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad for him. He's got millions of dollars. He'll get another girl. He'll this. I'm like, lots of people who have millions of dollars and they're unhappy, and also they end up broke
All you're
anyway.
doing is trying
I mean, it kind of is his fault. His girl left him, though. Like, how are you going to bring the one person she said not to come?
No, that's
to the 50-yard
that's
line?
totally his fault. I'm not
You don't need anything.
I'm not discrediting any of that was his fault. But I still feel like, damn, you lost everything that quickly.
He'll get another team. He'll probably go with the Texans or something.
Again, the Texans.
Be level 5.
I think he's running out of options. Like, I was hoping when they got him, he would start in the slot until his leg, his ACL healed all the way, and then they'd move him back into deep threat. No. They were like, Booty is going to stay deep threat. You're going to be in the slot the whole freaking season. So they're gonna go for somebody like AJ Brown or Alec Pierce
Somebody else.
I'd rather Pierce than Brown.
and pair them up left and right. And keep somebody like Demario Douglas in the slot, which is where he should have been the whole time. And he got limited playing time because Diggs was in the slot all season. Okay, Bernard is keeping the game competitive.
Yeah.
He won with the strike and got a star there.
No, that's not Bernard.
I was gonna say.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not shy guy.
sorry.
I was gonna say.
Normally that's Bernard, so my bad.
Anyway.
Freudian slip.
Whoops. Come on, Bowser Revolution.
Yeah, everybody
Let's
but
do that.
everybody but Alexis will be happy with that.
Lose stars. Lose stars. 1 star.
15 coins. You wanted more, but I'm still gonna give it to him. Aw, didums.
I was there before. Wait, you got 5 stars.
I'll donate 15 coins to keep him off my back.
Now you get to use your golden pipe.
He's going to play for the Jailhouse team. Maybe. I mean, he could play for the Jets, but I know what Jailhouse team you meant. I saw a comment saying something similar to what she said, which was, in prison he's going to get more receptions.
Jeez, I thought you guys were talking about the Raiders.
He's going to get more receiving yards in prison. Yeah. Oh, there I'm late again. There we go. It's still close. 5 is not enough.
Sorry, all I can hear is the star say, ta-da! Like Jamie says.
Yeah. That was just a weird. That was a Post Malone circle. No, nothing. I'm here every Friday, y'all.
Well, hey, now you can get out and there's a boo on your way out, so you can steal a star from
Next turn's low side, yeah. See the star from who? Me?
him. Well, you're the one who wants to lose. We've been tasked with.
I mean, she's ultimately
with
wanting
the
to
mission.
win, right?
Oh, I'm the guy. Okay, well.
Okay, it's hammer time. I wish they had like more intensifying music in that one. This is so calm and it doesn't. You feel bad hitting people with the hammer unless they've been screwing you over the whole game.
Get away from me. You're not supposed to hit women.
He's subconsciously telling you he wants to hammer you. It's pretty big sacks.
Start.
Keep coming after me.
You keep walking right next to me.
I mean, technically, if he just goes after Bernard, he's still not getting all of your coins. Because y'all's coins are collective. So, if Toadette,
he's steamed.
Toadette and Wario just kind of play keep-aways. So. Yeah, I'm just noticing a lot more when I'm not playing. Like, those bags are pretty big. They look a lot smaller when you're running for your life.
Only 3 turns left.
Who is it? Please don't be Bowser Jr.
Why do you think there's gonna be someone?
Say what?
Why do you think there's gonna be someone?
There's usually like someone like the last turn or turn right before.
It's usually every 5 turns.
Yeah, but they usually give you somebody. They give us somebody like the last 2 or 3 turns or something crazy like that.
Depends on the map, too.
Okay, here he is. He's going to get 4. And
I
that
didn't know he was gonna roll a 4. That's loud.
I meant 4 stars. I didn't know he was going to roll a 4.
I don't know either.
You got a star.
Okay, slow clap. That's all the golden pipes, but it's still anybody's game. I almost said it. Everybody wants to
Hey,
switch.
anybody's game, but Alexis is the only one with the fast track to get that star. Ah! You bungled it.
Oh no, back to where I was. Dang.
So Lamar Jackson made a post with some kind of like cryptic smiley face or something. I think that's why, because they got Max Crosby.
Yeah. I don't mean shit, he's still gonna lose. I don't mean shit, he's still gonna lose. There you go.
Oh, I didn't realize he had that.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
So who does that help?
No one. Until the tide goes down, and then it's open electric. Or I guess she could land on
Well,
the city.
Javi actually could warp over there.
Yeah.
There's a slim chance he could warp to that one.
The game does like it, so it probably would. Okay, I'll take that.
20. There you go. Now you're finally getting coins.
Finally, this is
Oh, here it is. This is gonna be interesting. He also gets a 4. Oh, he did it! Is it going to be enough, though? Enough to stop him from buying a star? It is! Damn!
What the fuck?
I've never seen that much.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Almost took a whole 20 out of him.
Finally made it back to dry land.
The game said Javi, Dog, Jim, Christy Gnome.
Get to, fuck off on this circle.
If you are Christy Gnome, like, comment, subscribe, share.
Yeah, now you're on the other side. Now you're on the other side.
That was creepy. That was so creepy. I'm not used to people fast forwarding the zip line.
Minigame.
I was like, oh, she's gonna fall. Ooh, all of these will be painful.
What? Treasure divers? You guys are...
Yeah, I've read that.
Oh, and it's still Granite Getaway.
That treasure divers game sucks.
I actually like it.
I hate it.
It's so slow. Like, the boxes aren't worth it.
I die every time.
I mean, yes, the bloopers are very annoying, but everybody's a chance to get something.
Yeah, but I'd rather it be worth it.
Uh,
Like, the big boxes should be worth like 7.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it when it's like close like this, where the only person that's going to get coins here is whoever gets first, I think.
Yeah, but everyone
No,
can
first,
make
second,
it.
and third.
First, second, and third all get coins?
Yeah, whoever makes it gets coins.
Well, yeah, he's saying the other people who lose also get it. Because really, it's you make it or you don't, and depending on how soon.
Man, don't be pushing me. What? Go.
No one's fallen off yet.
Alright, bud.
I have gotten caught behind a
Oh.
rock twice now.
Jim actually
And
got
come
hit.
back from it.
I jinxed him. And there goes
Yes, that's who
Javi.
we needed. You got it, Dave.
Wait, where'd you go?
He
Oh,
got
I ran
smushed.
into a rock.
He was the first one.
Bernard, you're gonna win.
Bernard, who has no legs, should be able to win this one.
Look at him running like, you ain't running. What are you stressing for, boo?
Oh, and he choked. Right at the very end. Bernard was right there. So we're almost at the penultimate turn, and she's at 159. We got to see what she does with those coins.
Only 2 turns left.
Goodness, you can do it.
Is somebody showing up? Yes. No! It's that asshole!
Yes!
Give me the controller! Fucking bullshit!
What are you?
No, that's it. We're done. Everybody, it was fun. It was fun. Y'all just
So
go ahead,
someone
pack
has
it
to get
up.
to him.
Just pack it up.
Everybody.
I already did my outro.
Pack it up or go home.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm right by him.
No,
He's
just
stuck going in
go ahead.
circles.
That's it.
Thanks to me, he can't buy the golden pipe.
Well, he doesn't have enough money.
He's got some kind of plan. Just say no.
Which one strikes?
I would say no as well, just being honest. But
Dang. Kamek's got crap on that one.
Next time.
Oh, no.
because what's going to happen is he'll get the money here if they give it. If they give him the
Coins.
golden gooey goodness.
Oh.
Ann says, "Let me see it." I'm not sure what you're referencing, but there it is. You saw it.
All right.
Oh, I gotta watch this bullshit.
Showdown minigame.
It's bad enough I gotta watch him in the movie. They were like, it's every 5 turns usually, but they like to throw him. They like to throw him in at the very end. And what we normally do, since we figured it out, is you can quit, and it'll re-roll that turn, and it'll be somebody else.
No.
I know it's too tight of a game to do
You
that.
can't
So
game the system.
you can.
I mean, this is-
I wanted to be him.
You've never done this one? Really?
Oh, perfect.
You told the wrong people that.
Yeah.
I know, it looked like some kind of Iran drone strike.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Thank you for getting it, because I wasn't sure if that was too soon or not.
I think it is.
Oh, he meant the game. Damn. It probably is too soon. Looks like we're waiting on Boo.
Yeah, because I don't know how to play this.
I was actually on time. I was like,
You know what the worst part is? The mini games change, so it might not even be the same one.
and you're championing this?
Yeah, it's called variety.
Let's call it insanity.
It's better than like Peach's games.
I like Peach's game.
Peach's games are fun because you're all greedy. It shows the humanity in us all when you're like, I want 4 donuts. And then all of you go get 4 donuts. And the person is like, you know what? I think I'm rather full. I'll take 1 donut. And they get it. And everybody else looks foolish for being greedy.
Yeah,
That's fun.
Until everyone else thinks that, and then the one person gets 4.
That doesn't happen around here often.
Start.
But we don't really get Peach often because Jamie's always Peach.
That's what you get for your hubris, trying to hit me.
Is that the objective? I don't even have one.
You're just trying to avoid shit. It's just a plus that you can hit me.
Oh, okay. Huh.
He's mad and he wants to punch all of you for coming for his belt. He does have a mean right hook though. Shy Guy had a little flimsy bitch slap. He has the advantage though. Oh, got hit by Crosby already.
Run, bitch, run!
Don't hit me!
Oh!
Wow, I'm kind of weird at that. It ain't for the 2 new people. I don't know. It's just a little.
Hey, it knows that
What
you
is
guys.
the program?
It knows that you guys have played before. RNGesus is on to
We
you.
haven't played. Good job, Bernard.
Bernard, hit your clone. Oh, damn it! It's not Bernard.
Well, that sucks.
For a while it was Jess, and then it's Bernard, and now it's Jim over here.
I wasn't aware everyone was using it.
Final round.
How is he not moving all that time? And you know what it is? We hate that one-player game where you're forced to use that. Damn. Wow.
He just doesn't even aim for you, huh? I told you, the game is out for you.
Wow.
I need to win.
Well, this is getting interesting.
If I can get the 2 stars at the end.
Fuck that shit!
Oh,
You will get close and get the heartbreak that if you would have just zinged when you should have zagged.
give me a star, bitch.
Half coin trap, okay. Alexis, don't go over there.
What?
I said don't go over there. You need to use them.
Doesn't matter.
I think you should look at the map and see, because you look like you're stuck.
Use the 10. That way you get back right over there. And then when it goes low tide, you might be able to use the two dice. So the next turn.
You can't even get anywhere to steal or anything. I'm very excited for Toadette's turn, though.
You need 8. Yes.
Yes, we know the battery's low. Fuck off. Even that hovering sound creeps me out.
Sounds like the hybrid car.
Huh, it actually kind of
There you
does.
go.
Oh, Bernard is like, don't forget about me. I'm still in this.
And then you get coins on top of it. Shit right there. With that
That actually worked out for you pretty well. With one more turn
20.
left. Guaranteed himself a star.
Feel good.
And now possibly 2 stars. If he could somehow get Bowser Jr. So now we're in a WWJD bracelet moment. What would Jim do?
It'd be fun to use a duelist glove, but that doesn't really seem to be a point. Sure, I guess I could knock him down to 25. You won't be able to buy 5 things.
It's final turn.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You won't be able to.
It won't matter.
Oh, but you can.
Yeah, but I won't have coins to use it next turn.
Anything can happen.
Not like I'm using it.
I mean, you didn't have to buy that. You could have bought that other dice that gives you coins when you roll.
Yeah. She's getting the star.
And there's at least one more. There's a mini game after this, so if you win it and get 20 coins, you
Well,
can use that
there's
dice.
2 mini games. There's one after this one and one after the final one.
I know, but I'm saying for him to use the pipe, he has to win this next mini game.
I wouldn't grab shit. Unless you want to use that, the big box.
He can use the chest and steal.
Yeah, but you'd steal it and then you wouldn't be able to use it. 'Cause
Yeah,
next
that's true.
turn you'd use it.
Yeah, you just play keep away
I
though.
always buy if I can for the shopping bonus.
Okay, here she is.
I think she's gonna get the upset
You
and end up winning.
It's possible.
Because she's gonna get more
It
coins.
depends on what the mystery stars are.
Well, that's what I'm saying though.
The bonus. You keep using interchangeable words for some of the stuff, and it's. I keep noticing it.
Just like we keep doing that.
No.
Oh, my shorts are getting tighter. It's almost over though.
What, your nut?
Whatever you want to call it, I'm getting uncomfortable. Because it's too close. It should have been Jim by like 4 stars, and it's not.
Oh no.
And she got Bowser Jr. with her!
Just enough to get double.
Now it's possible. Oh, shoot. I didn't think that was her stopping
Bowser
point.
Revolution.
I thought she was still going.
Your son's there though.
This is going to be bad. This is going to be bad.
Bowser Revolution.
This is going to be bad.
Money or a star?
Oh, okay.
That's acceptable.
But
Oh, did him.
these are kids there. So she has to
Yeah,
do it
she's
again.
gonna get hit twice.
Oh, you. Damn it. I forgot. It's going to happen
I
again.
ain't afraid of you, bitch.
If it's Bowser Revolution, I'm going to cry.
It's just a big back bitch. Bowser.
I'm going to cry. But you guys wanted this.
Hey, you did
I want
that.
Bowser Jr.
Oh god.
Right? That's what they said, right? Yellow Hack Eye mugs on my shop. She said, we love Bowser Jr. Hello, Gov. That's what they wanted, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
All players lose 10 points.
Ah.
No, I just got this money.
Not my 6 coins.
He just paid rent. He just got hit with child support. I just got this money. That needs to be a. We need to, somebody cut that. We need that as a clip. I just got this money.
Bonus minigame.
Oh, well, that's just what I need.
Wesley Snipes with his taxes. I just got this money. Oh man. I'm gonna laugh at this cookie cutter.
I'm good for the cookie cutter if I'm alone.
Oh, okay.
Alright, guys, we can do this. So I can get another star ahead.
Oh man, my anxiety is through the roof right here. Because I thought one of those she was gonna lose a star and she didn't.
Yeah.
She had the best case scenario for somebody who had that much money.
Yeah.
Because if it was me, they'd have been like, lose all your money.
Yeah.
Start.
Everybody stay out to one side.
How did Wario not get hit there?
I don't know.
Thought his fat ass would have got chip damage or something.
The problem with the one side thing is once you get taken out, then it's,
There we go.
the other
Stay on your
person has to
side, I'll
make
stay on
it
my
free.
side. Is that the final one? No,
No.
shit.
Oh!
Round 4.
Not nice.
How is there 5 rounds? How is there fucking 5 rounds?
You gotta
What the
take her
fuck?
out.
Oh! She did it!
You stole my star chances.
5 fucking rounds.
The goal was for him to lose, not you to win.
It'd be
Ooh.
nice if we got both.
Ooh. I don't think I have an annotation for that. Oh wait, yeah we do. Oh snap, there we go.
Final turn.
She's gonna win. You're gonna get that special star.
Well, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, but
Do
even
you guys
if,
get 2 if it's under 20
it
turns?
doesn't matter who gets
Yeah.
it.
It's 2 stars.
Because if you do 30 points, you get 3.
Well, all that matters is that you don't get any of them. So even if you get 1, you or beating both of them. Unless they both get one. He has no money. So if you get a star, you're ahead of him. But... Oh, no!
And half his coins.
Half his coins, too?
What? Why is it this?
Because she's also on the same... She's also on the same... She should have bid like 5 to keep him from getting a star. But she said, nah, it ain't worth it. For all the marbles. That's what the name of this episode should be. I wanted it to be called Javi versus the World, but I think we've used that too many times. We're going to call it For All the Marbles.
3, 2.
If I remember to name it that. Don't forget, you can punch each other.
Can we?
Yeah. Ah! Oh my gosh. The fact that they didn't know that was hilarious.
Well, he's gonna get hit with the half coins now.
Yeah.
She should have gave him like more coins than that just to watch him go away.
Oh.
Damn.
And then he also gets.
Then he also has to do the Bowser.
Come on, lose a star. You've been putting that on everybody.
No Vaseline.
Nice.
Lose a star.
I mean, if we're gonna do it right?
Damn, Javi. This is brutal. At least you won the mini game though, or the little. You're turning into Stefan Diggs right here.
Bowser Revolution.
Lose a star.
Well, he didn't have 20 coins to lose. So that actually helps out Jim.
Yep.
So in the event that it's...
It's not gonna be me or him. It's her. She's gonna win.
I'm not saying that. It's not. But right now, he's in the lead, so...
Yeah, if the coin
You
star
have
is
no money. What happened to all your money?
They could give Bernard a star,
I know where I'm
right?
I know where I'm going.
The point is, if they give you a star...
Bow tie, too.
So here's Bernard going to get a star here.
I think I will get a star, but I think she'll ultimately get one too.
Well, mini game bonus is going to be you or Jim, I think. Misfortune bonus is going to be either you or her. Rich bonus is going to be her. And then whoever bought the most items, who I think it's Jim who bought the most items.
No. I think that was me.
Really? Because he bought like 2 golden pipes or something like that.
Yeah, but I had a whole bunch of items.
But did you spend the most money on them?
No, but it's not about buying. It's about who gets the most items.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a number of purchases.
Okay. Where's Jamie when you need her? Jamie is not here.
It was a good game though.
But we brought in another white woman to do the job.
Really, that's what it was.
You gotta stay away from white women, man.
Damn. My kryptonite.
I don't have an annotate. No, here we go. I got one.
Hyper combo finish!
Okay. Not the best, but we'll use it. I'm surprised you didn't use the dual glove.
He doesn't have any money.
You have to have money for that.
Just to extend the game, I guess.
But now,
Maybe if they're like, you have no money, they spot you a coin.
she gets to keep baby Bowser.
Warp.
Maybe you can teleport to me and then go to Boo.
Warp. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that would be so savage if she does that. Oh my god, what's happening? No! No! Wait, but she gets 2 items though. Not that that.
No, it
don't
doesn't
matter.
turn. That's a shame. That would have been funny.
Oh, if she would have got to
Final
steal
minigame.
multiple stars because she had a partner, that would have just.
Oh, this is look.
Oh, that would have been so good if she could have got
It's
that.
fucking poetic.
If she could have. Ah! I want to break something. I wanted to see that. Because I wanted to see her look at Jim and be like, sorry, honey, and then steal from him, too. Like, steal one from each of you and saying, oh, that would have been great. Not for Jim, but for my audience.
What do you mean? As long as you win.
Stupid fish.
Safe answer.
You don't need.
Swimming like Michael Phelps in there. With
Yeah,
the
but
weight
where you
of a
going?
whale, though.
Oh.
Just gotta catch one of the fish guys.
Looks like we're waiting on Boo. I didn't mean to rush you. I just felt like
Just
I
a
felt like-
recurring theme.
I felt like it was coming.
Start.
Just sing.
Practice.
You know what? I need an Allen Iverson meme. I need Allen Iverson as an annotation every time somebody says practice. That's
Practice.
we talking about
Not the game.
Damn.
Practice.
practice. Ah, screw it. I need to do
All
it
right.
now.
Congratulations. I'm saying
Look at him
it's you.
trying to jinx it, hoping he gets
No,
it
it's
down.
gonna be
Yeah.
her, man. She's got the most coins. She has
It's
the
not
worst luck in the
always a
beginning.
star. Like a cat. Oh.
Alright.
All right, now for tonight's winners. Eventful bonus goes to Bernard. We had the ostentatious Jim and the lovely Alexis here with our hero Bernard. I don't know what to go for here.
These are the
Talking
most,
about her getting
these
stars.
are the most random ones that
Now,
I've
if
heard.
Javi were to win, he would have a record 4 games in a row, but it doesn't look like it's happening.
It was 3.
Jim hates whenever like I'm about to win and Toadette's like,
Oh, we got a new champion here.
Where's the belt?
All right,
Boy.
winner and new champion. Actually, you gotta give it to him.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna be.
On one knee, sir.
Oh boy. One knee.
Pull out the ring.
World champ.
I couldn't lie. I couldn't cheat. I couldn't steal today. But it's okay. Because I got close. It was 3-on-1.
3-on-1.
It's like 5-on-1, actually.
Yeah.
Any words?
But it took 5 motherfuckers to try and knock me out.
How you see how I feel?
Just like the Cowboys, his legacy ain't gonna happen anymore.
It's okay. Now you know what this means now, though.
Dang, third.
Well, yeah, because he got a star.
That was close, though.
Fourth, dang.
That was close, though.
Yeah. You gotta come back now.
Yeah. He wants his lick back, so you gotta come back and defend that
You don't
title.
come back. You don't come back next week. You're not here.
Well, about that. So next week we won't be here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
No, it's a Saturday.
No, it's Friday night.
It's
Friday the
night.
13th.
That's right. All right.
So he gets a break
You
there.
get a week.
The week after that.
Yeah, a week.
See, that's why he likes the Jamboree TV now. He's like, look at me, look at me. Ah, Jim! It's me, everybody! Everybody, it's me, Jim! It's me!
You know it's barely 11 o'clock.
Oh, he's trying to goat you into playing some more.
No. I'm just
We're
saying.
gonna hit the road.
I mean, we can do Mario Kart.
I deleted that game.
Did Did you really?
No. No, I didn't.
He was going for it.
Oh, man. That was fun. Fun to watch.
Just need a better board.
But understand this. We've never seen it that close with that many stars.
No.
That was, am I reading that right? 18 stars?
12. Yeah.
We've had games with just us when we do 25 and 30 turns. I've gotten like 13 or 14
But you guys are
stars.
doing 25, 30. That was just 15 turns.
That was a lot. Usually somebody's lucky to get 5.
What really helped is me doubling everybody's coins.
The pipes.
I could have been selfish, but I was like, no, Bernard, you know,
Right, I thought you were just thinking,
I
wow,
was
I'm
in the
gonna get 100
poorhouse.
coins.
Thank you.
no.
Like, me
No,
and him had
there's
like
nothing
20.
strategic about it. Because everything else was like, okay, well, it doesn't help me at all, so I was like, might as well give everybody coins.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's only 11 because usually
We're like 1 o'clock.
it's like 1 o'clock when these things finish.
Yeah.
But we do play other games before.
It's from us fast forwarding.
The fast forwarding, also, the Family Feud went by pretty quickly because we played against each other and not the computer. We normally play against the computer. Okay, everybody, for myself, for Vicky, for Javi, for Bernard, for Alexis, and our new champion, Jim.
Fuck Jim!
The salt, you can just taste it.
Go Pats.
We will see you guys.
Yeah, go away, Pats. Go away.
You just gonna have to skate on by.
Skate.
For Blair,
Don't get the show road.
we will see you guys in the next one of the Yellow Hat Guy is out.